help me welcome to the stage Elite SPD, Peter Noe.
Wow, sounds pretty good up here. I don't know how to put 20 years of experience into 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because massive action actually started the day you signed up. Not just in LifeWave, but the day you got that aha moment that you needed to change your life. Who here remembers the day that you had to make this shift? You were in a fork. You prayed to God. You were somewhere in the lowest point in your life, and you had to make a decision. Okay. This is actually one of the very, very, very special days today. Okay, there's three very important people in this room today that has seen my journey. They know who I am. They've seen me grow through this industry and in life. And as I share my 20-year story in 30 minutes, I cannot give you a direction on what massive action means. But I'm gonna tell you a story through my story. And if you can resonate with that, if you can resonate through the lows, the highs of what happened here, I want you to take a look at your life, because you are writing the chapters, right? Who are the pages? Who are the people in your pages that has made a difference in your life? So, I want to go back when I was 18. I came here with my parents. I didn't go to college, no school. I slept throughout every class. My mom just knew I was not going to be a college person or a school person. She stuck me straight into hair school. I didn't know how good I was cutting hair with my hands. And she said, son, the only reason why I'm sticking to hair school is because if you cannot go to school, you're going to learn how to take care of yourself. Okay, so I went to hair school. I was an introvert. I was very shy in high school. But because of going to the beauty industry, what did I have to do? Talk. That was massive action for me. As I was in cutting hair with my parents, she saw a little for sale sign for a barbershop. She bought it. I'm like, I don't know how to run a business. She goes, don't worry, son. If you can help people feel good and look good, they're always gonna follow you. Is that true? Yes. That was my first time learning about relationships. So as I went through my journey in the beauty industry, 10 years, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Who here worked that hard? Good. Then one day, my hand started to shake like this. What's this called? Carpal tunnel. I was like, Mom, what am I gonna do? She goes, don't worry, son, you'll figure it out. What do you think I did? I literally quit. I sold my 4 salons instantly. I was like, I'm not doing this business. Who here had to make drastic actions in their life like that before? Then, who here believes in the law of attraction? Somehow the next day, my friend called me. She goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm tired. I cut a lot of hair. She goes, okay, you're coming with me. I'm like, where are we going? She goes, don't worry about it. Who here has ever been kidnapped and didn't worry about it? That was my first MLM meeting. It was I was standing right here. There was literally a crowd like this, and it was the first time ever I was introduced to the direct sales industry, and the first time I was introduced to health, it was a juice. Wow. Who here remembered Mana V?
Oh, I do.
Okay? That was my first introduction. So when I went in there, the only thing I remembered, I swear, the guy said, if you can teach how to pour, and you can teach this person how to pour, this person drinks antioxidants and they get healthy. What did you do to this person? I helped them. I was like, wow, I know a lot of people that have that problem. Great, but if you can teach him how to teach her how to teach her, pour, drink, order. You're gonna do a thing called buy back your time. I'm like, what does buy back your time mean? It's called residual income. Who here heard of residual income before direct sales? I didn't. I had to cut 50 haircuts a day. So I was like, I'm in. I didn't know and understand anything about comp plans, PV, binary, left, right, qualifications, auto ship, monthly subscription, bonus pool, whatever. Did not know it. Why do you think I went so hard into this industry? I didn't have time. I never got to see my parents after I owned a business. How many of you know what latchkey kids are?
Yeah.
I was a latchkey kid, okay?
Yeah.
Now, after that, I went so deep into that first company. I had so much credibility. The first 30 days, I signed up probably 70 to 100 people on $2,000 packages. Wow. Just because I was like, hey, it's Peter. Are you into your health? Yeah? Hey, what do you know about juices or something? Hey, I got this best juice, buy it. Okay, Peter. What was that called? Trust.
Yeah.
Trust. I had so much trust. Why did they trust a Peter at that time? I was like 27, 20 years old.
Wow.
Because I was an entrepreneur. I owned my own business, right? People trusted me, but they didn't know how hard I worked. They didn't know what I knew. They didn't care. I didn't have no leadership. I didn't care about anything. What did I care about? Time. What did it push me? What developed me? Massive action. What was my first massive action? Calling these people. What happened after that? I met my first brother from another mother, Dr. Matt Chang. So he's one of the first person I'm telling you that has changed my life, because from him, we have kept in touch for 20 years now. He's been in over 47 network marketing companies.
Wow.
Sorry, bro. So, I went from that company to my next company. It was the largest aloe vera company in the world. That's where I met Bob and Renata. And guess who else? Meredith. She was my sales manager. And when she saw me here, guess who we called? Meredith. What's that again? Relationships and trust. I went through that company. What did I have to do again? Massive action. Call people. Call all those people that actually I met through the journey. But what happened to all my other friends that I signed up under $2,000? Gone. How many of us lost relationships because of this industry? You make relationships, but you lost relationships. No friends left. Not because you didn't care about them, not because you sold them snake oil. You only knew at that time what you knew, right? So, we're growing, I'm going. It wasn't that Monavi, it wasn't Univera, it wasn't a couple other companies until I found a company called LifeVantage. Who here remembers Protanda? That is when my story began, because that is when I reached out for the first time to my sister Sally. Who knows Sally? I've known Sally since I was 10 years old.
Wow.
Why did she join me? Trust. She knew who I was, she knew my background, she knew my family, but guess what? Sally was in the printing business at that time. She wasn't a network marketer, but she trusts me. So we went through that company, and guess who else I met there? Marcy. And guess who else I met there? Geraldo. Josh Dunn. All the people that you're gonna see here, and that is in LifeWave today. That was from 2009 to 2016. When I went in there in 2009, I was like literally, I was called my last chance. I was so hungry to succeed. How many of us remember that feeling where you're so hungry? I didn't know again about compensation plan, leadership, corporate staff, management, nothing. But what did I want? Time. So what did I do? I went into that company and we just hit it. We got lucky because of the unit level. It was because that product worked so well. That was my beginning of my health technology journey. I learned everything, right, Marcy? We learned everything about science, products, doctors. We worked our butts off. We had events like this every week. We had huge elite conventions every quarter. We were literally the peoples of people, but what I've learned in that company in 7 years is what I learned what not to do today. Why? Because there's certain things that can burn people out, right? So this is not my topic. My topic is massive action. When I went in, what did I have to do again? Massive action. Called all the people that I build relationships with. Got them in the system, build with them, learned, reached the top 80% of the top company. 80%, there was 2 more levels left, right, Marcy? How come Marcy and I could not reach the top of that company? The compensation plan. It was the structure. It was the owners, the CEOs, what they've done. Now, from there, I went to another company called Beamer. It was a medical device. It was a $6,000 medical device. Sally joined me. A lot of my leaders joined me. I was done with network marketing. I wanted to slow it down. Who here likes to slow things down? I had to slow it down. I literally went into that company, and what did Sally and I do there? Massive action. We became the #1 team in like literally the whole world. What is the moral of the story of all this? Your massive action starts every day. Your massive action starts when you want change, when you want to achieve something, and you don't have to think about the future. You don't have to think about who am I gonna call, who am I gonna do this, because massive action, you've got here to wake up. But who are you gonna call before that? That is called relationships. Who here has relationships? Who here has people that trust you? When you call them, do they pick up your phone? Who said it? I apologize. Someone said, business is done at the speed of trust. Right? Renata, that's right. Business is done at the speed of trust. So some of you might ask, why is it so slow? Why am I growing so slow? The better question to ask, what's going on inside of you? I'm gonna ask myself, Peter, how come I've been with so many companies before LifeWave? How come I could not reach the top of the comp plan? I could not win the championship. I could not reach the highest rank. What was it? Myself? What did I have to go through 15 years in this industry? Self-development. I had to learn through people. Who here has ups and downs and challenges every day in your life? How many of you are getting paid to get out of those ups and downs and challenges in your life? That's the beauty of this industry. So in 2019, September 4th, 2019, before the COVID, Marcy and Dr. Rhonda came. They brought me some patches. I was like, Marcy, if this thing does what it's supposed to do, game over. Why? Because all those years of my relationships, all the trust, all the friends, all the networks that I've been with, what did we do? Massive action. I literally called every person that wanted to hear, hey bro, what do you know about stem cells? Hey, yo, I have this technology right here. Watch this 2-minute video. Do you see how simple we kept it? Watch this 2-minute video. That was already 5 years ago. We literally did so much massive action. Marcy and I reached PD and SPD in like 4 to 5 months. It took 15 years of my journey and our journey, all of our journeys, to just reach less than 5 months to the top of the company. I still remember that day. It was January of 2020. Who here was at the January 2020 Las Vegas convention? There was only Robin, there was only a handful. I still remember Robin and Gregory, Ron Rayburn, all the leaders, David Jumper, and we were just so excited. That massive action 5 years ago has led to this beautiful organization that we see today. Now, there are a lot of, as I talk to every single one of you today through this room, everyone's like, wow, there's so many great speakers here. There's so much wisdom in here. Thank you to all the presenters, to all the leaders in this room. Now, why are you getting the best of the best today? Because we're not a 5-year-old team anymore. I mean, we're not a 1-year-old team anymore. We're 5 years old. We had to work together, travel together. One person's massive action is not to your massive action. If 1 or 2 leaders take off in your teams, doesn't that mean we all benefit from that massive action? That's called leveraging. So, if I can give you a tip, if I can tell you how to take massive action, one of the things that I would love everyone to do here when you join is, I wish I would have done this myself, okay? Heal. 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 Heal yourself. Do everything in your power to take all whatever happened to you in the past, let it go. If you don't let that go, it's gonna carry over with you in who you attract, who you build with. What's your frequency is your vibe. Your vibe creates your tribe, right? In the last 5 years, Mary Lou, first it was Amy and Bob. okay? From Amy and Bob, I still remember the first conversations, right? Developing, that led to Annie. Developing, that led to, oh, I don't even know how many Sally has. Our group is so huge, okay? And then it led to Mary Lou. Again, I'm sharing these stories because their massive action led to one person. That person's massive action led to another person. In network marketing, you cannot predict who is coming into your business and who's gonna work the business. But what you can predict is what? You. Now, have I worked with wrong people in this journey? Thousands, hundreds. Have I learned from working with people? Obviously, we're here. What have I learned in the last 5 years? I think I've learned more in the last 5 years than I learned in 15 years, all combined, okay? I've learned more leadership. I've learned from Beanie, Robin, Laura, Dr. Stacy, Jennifer, April, Annie. I learned from so many people, David. Everybody, you might pick one piece from them, right? Everyone is what? A reflection of you. So, massive action. What is it gonna take for you to jump out of your body? Is it gonna take the wolf chasing you? How many of you have been chased by wolves? They're called bills. They're called the tax man. How many of you have health issues when you came in? I know a lot of you have. Let's go back to your health issues when you started. When you had health issues, what is the only thing that you were thinking about? Getting better. Is that true or true? That's the only thing you think about. How can you think about helping someone else to take massive action when you're not healthy yet? Think about that. So what do you have to do when you're sick? Take massive action to figure out yourself how to heal. The moment you heal, do you have more energy? The moment you have more energy, you should have clarity. The moment you have clarity, then can you share it with others? Right? So, my first advice is, if you're here for the first time, brand new, whatever it is, heal yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually first. Okay? Because then, again, that will give you clarity. Then, the next thing is, who introduced you to this business? Who introduced you to these patches? I don't know what slide it was, Dr. Stacy's slide. Find your leaders up. Find your communities up. The reason why Marcy and I and all of our leaders here are so sideline involved is because we've been through exactly where you have been through. Does that make sense? And when it means no woman and man left behind, we truly mean it. We don't say it, we mean it with our actions. What does the actions mean? We're truly creating tools, we're creating things to truly help you so you don't have to go through the time, the energy, and the money, what it really costs, right? And then once you get to the SPD or the PD or the elite level, then you have all that energy back to what? Give it back and develop, identify and develop new leaders. The reason why this boot camp, and thank you corporate, this is my first boot camp, okay? My first boot camp, I didn't understand what it meant, honestly. I just knew that the company wanted to get all the sidelines together. Does that make sense, everyone? We're all sidelines, but we're all here under one mission, one goal. We're here to share the light, right? So, what is it gonna take you to do massive action?
Heal yourself.
That's it. Now, once you've healed yourself, what tools are you going to use to go out and share to the world? There are many tools. What information do you need between here and here to get yourself going? Let me give you this information right now. Right now. Number one, didn't we all wish in the entrepreneurial world that we have a technology or a product that no other company has? How come that doesn't inspire you to go out and jump through walls and share it to the world? Didn't we all wish that we have a stable 20-year-old company that is led by a God man that literally wants to help the world? How come we're not jumping through the walls and sharing it with the world? Didn't we wish we had a compensation plan that is fair, that's balanced, and that pays everyone for their efforts? How come we're not sharing that through the world and jumping through the walls to get there? Didn't we wish that we have a beautiful community, no ego, no lying, cheating, stealing, everybody respects each other? How come we're not sharing that to the world and doing massive action now? What does it take between the brain to go do massive action? Now, let me tell you what's going to happen today. Like what Michael Jacob said. There is technology coming here now. The first 20 years, yes, we were a wearable technology company, but we're shifting. The last 5 years, we have learned everything to build this foundation. But what are you going to do with this foundation for the next 5 years? Do you know that we will be a $1 billion global brand this year? Do you even understand the power of peaking with that? The power of pre-qualifying people that you can work with? Just by saying that. Do you understand that we have a company that focuses all on only the cells? We're going straight back to the roots of humankind. How come we're not going out there and massively action this thing? So, the last thing I want to leave with is, because sometimes what you know doesn't get you there. It's what you feel. So I'm going to close with this. I had to learn a lot in the last year about my heart. Who here had to learn about their heart? I think Beamy's seen a lot of it. I had to learn how to forgive. I had to learn how to accept. I literally had to go deep into myself and go, okay, it's time to heal myself now too. This industry is not easy, everyone. It's not. It's hard. It's hard if your mind is not expanded, and it's hard if your heart is closed. But if you can open up this mind, if you can open up your heart, and if you can embrace and accept and just lead yourself, right, through this process. Look, you got here today. Look, you're surrounded by 600 top leaders, top partners, Look at what the 600 people in this room can do to the world. Do you know that we all know each other? How? Who here has watched Marcy's podcast? Who here watched Dr. Stacy's podcast? Who here watched Beamy's podcast? Amy, Annie, Mary Lou, April, Jennifer, Peter. When they see your face, do you know that when you're inspired, you're impacted through what? Energy. So I want to leave with this. By the time you leave today, and you're going to leave soon, did you learn something this weekend? Most importantly, did you learn about yourself? Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We're going to test you. How are we going to test you? My motto has always been this: find someone like you or better than you. Only work with someone like you or better than you. That's the only way that you can grow and identify and develop yourself. After that, latch on to any leader, anybody in this entire LifeWave organization. Latch on to them, and this year, does not matter what you do. The only thing that matters is what's in your mind, what's in your heart, and go learn how to share the proper way. Get it? Proper way, okay? I just want to say I love you. LifeWave has really, in the last 5 years, it has given me my life back, my health back, my freedom back. Thank you, Marcy, for opening up the door. Thank you, Sally, for being here since day one, and David. Thank you, Matt, for coming back into my life. Thank you for all my leaders that are here today. Our job is not done, because the next 5 years, we're going to be talking about this event today. Love you all. Thank you.
All right, how good was that? Okay, we're going to ask our team to hand out a piece of paper to everyone really quickly. And as we get this out, we want you to be able to